And all right, this is everything gotten from the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp on May 19th, 2024. And you see we actually have a decent amount of stuff here. This might be the only AAA stadium that I've been to that does not have a souvenir cup. Very interesting that, they don't have that. But anyway, let's just get into it, I suppose. Let's start with the shirt, which I've actually had for a while. I did not actually get this on this day. I've had this for a few years, I think, as like a Christmas gift or something. But I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to, show it in a video where it makes sense. I did see the Jumbo Shrimp once a couple years ago in Scranton, but I don't think I thought to show off this shirt. Maybe I did, and I just don't remember. But anyway, it's in this video. And this video makes a lot of sense because it's at Jacksonville. Anyway, this is kind of a throwback shirt to their, I believe, I'm gonna say a year without actually looking on the back. 1968 championships, and this was their logo back in the 60s. Now let's see, I was right. 1968 International League champions, the Suns at the time. This was the first time I've been to this stadium where they were called the Jumbo Shrimp. I was there in 2005 and 2011, both when they were called the Suns. And you see here, National League champions, Suns, all of that. Baseball club, picture of the stadium. And while we're at it, I've had this for literal years, but it's been sitting kind of in the basket behind me pretty much all of my childhood. I believe this is from 2005. Kind of a squishy ball with the Jacksonville Suns on it. I just figured, when do I ever get the chance to, show this? Like I said, I got this in 2005, I'm pretty certain. So here we go, there's that. And now we move on. We have two hats. So this, once the plans were made that I was going to go to Jacksonville, I think back in March these plans were made, a couple months ago. I just bought a hat from the team store just to have one before I went. And you see this is not technically their primary, but, the shrimp part of this is their primary, and I also like the logos that show where they're from, so this is what I chose. Like I said, their technical primary is basically this, just without the state of Florida, so it's basically the same thing. And I believe it's a dark hat. This is, obviously the red hat. And the jerseys that they wore on the day that I was there, they are different. I said jerseys, I meant hat. The hat that they wore on the day I was there was different. It was an armed forces hat, but it was actually this logo, this exact logo with the state of Florida, but it was kind of blacked out and had stars around it, which is cool. But same logo, so in my book it's like meh. Still cool though, don't get me wrong. And this I got when I was in the store because, again, I like teams that don't exist anymore. So this is the tag, might still be on the bottom here, yeah. 1952 Jacksonville Beach Seabirds, which I Googled them, and they existed from 1952 to 1954 and obviously played on Jacksonville Beach, or in Jacksonville Beach, in a stadium from what I can tell actually still exists, so that's cool. So this is the 1952 Jacksonville Beach Seabirds, so pretty cool. I like that. I said I'm kind of over my I don't know what you want to call it, phase of just getting random alternate identities, but I'm still a sucker for teams that have hats or anything of teams that don't exist anymore, especially really old ones that are just kind of obscure. So here we have just the team store bag, nothing too interesting, but it's something. Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. There's the logo and all of their social media. And I've been sitting on that shirt for a while. Literally sitting on it for a few minutes. So we have a pocket schedule here. And one sec. Okay. So let's flip it this way. So there's the cover again. There's Florida Theater. There's giveaways. Something. What is this? So down here you have the Jaguars, the Sharks, which I believe are arena football. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. And obviously the Jumbo Shrimp. Suite level. Then there's kind of, you know, all your seats and stuff. They have stuff coming soon. So, because currently, I don't know if this is going to be any extension of like the public concourse or if this is going to be like private areas over here or not. But currently, as far as walking the concourse for anyone in public, you know, you have your home plate gate, and then you can walk to the foul pole, and you can walk to, actually not even that foul pole, you're kind of done over here. Obviously there is, as you can see, picnic stuff and stuff that extends a little bit in the outfield, but that's all like private party stuff for, you know, my purposes of just making the highlight video. Can't really go too far on the third base side. So anyway, here's a souvenir program, and I do want to say as well, I don't know if this is just one of those teams that does it every Sunday, but there were 2 players, I have no clue who they are, to be honest, that were just signing autographs right behind home plate at a table. No one was in line, so there's 2 autographs in here. So here we go. This is the official souvenir program, edition 2 of 5. And I'm just gonna speed through this here. Do we have good quality that's not gonna blur out on me? Sure. What is this? A welcome letter. Have an article. We have the International League over here. The opponents that they're playing at home specifically. And we have an article about Tristan Gray here. There's a Durham Bowl in here. Have been to that park. I've obviously already uploaded that video. Jumbo Shrimp special events. And a little thing about the stadium. Picnic and group outings. Suite level, kind of the same things we saw in the pocket schedule. Opponents specifically in May. Hey, we got local. We got a local team in there, Rail Riders. Scorecard, which I do not use because I have my own. I don't know if you'd call it professional, but you know, one that I buy from Amazon every time one scorecard gets filled up. Go buy another one. Another article here that I'll give this free program because it was a free program. I'll give it credit. It does have a good amount of articles, which is really cool. One thing that I will say is that there's no roster or anything, which is a little bit strange. Here's your all-time records, though. They do have other cool stuff. Despite not having something basic like a roster, they do have some other, cool things in here. Here's the coaching staff. Alumni in the Hall of Fame. You see, that's where you'd expect, like, the roster. They do have coaching staff, but they just don't have players. I don't know if they figured it's such, like, especially in the Marlins system, it's such a, rotating thing that what's the point? I don't know, but it's just a little odd that there's no, something as basic as a roster in here. But, as I said, they have a lot of other cool things here. There's those autographs, by the way. Here's all the affiliates, and there's those 2 autographs. 21 and 3. I believe that's a heart, or is it 30? It's probably a 30, I think. I thought it was a 3 and a heart, but it might be a 30. Let me check on that scorecard. I'm not going to dig too deep into it right now. I'm sure it'd be easy to find just by looking at the roster, but I have the scorecard readily available behind me, so I'm going to check that out real quick, see if either of these guys were in. Did not see either number. Like I said, I'm sure it's very easy to just go online and look at their roster page and find out who 21 and I think 30 is. And there's the U.S. Air Force ad. But, so. Anyway, that is pretty much it for me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.